I look like a mess, but I'm watching this video and it's giving me some introspective thoughts. And I'm sitting here and I'm wondering, maybe, just maybe, fuck.
This obsession with what we look like externally doesn't stop unless you choose to stop it. You want to know what true freedom feels like? It's when something...
Okay. True freedom can only exist with confrontation. And that is what I'm realizing as I get older and I become more free. Babe, was that hot? Surly just jumped on the stove and then immediately jumped off. Like, the oven is on, so like, but are you free if you're not willing to confront the things that bother you, if you're not willing to think about and talk about the things that are like your biggest fears? Are you actually free? And I would say no. And so the eternal search for freedom will continue to always exist. And this is I guess I would say, a nuanced position. Oh geez. This maybe is a nuanced position to have because not a lot of people can just do that. Me included. I'm not always capable. Sometimes I am, but I'm not always. And so I feel a bit of like, I don't know if I feel shame or if I feel like some sort of dishonesty towards myself, or like, I don't know that. But in my eternal search for freedom, I realize while I live in Chicago, I love living here. While I do live here, I want to like basically show how while I live in Chicago and I love it here, I don't want to convince myself that I've stopped growing, or I can only grow here, or I can, once I go to my other like, I don't understand why I have this point of view that I am constantly less than. And so when I grow, I feel better about myself, and I feel like I get back into this egotistical point of view, which is just not necessary, and it's not real, and it's not me, of like, oh, I'm better now. I can see myself the way that everybody else sees themselves, but the way everybody else sees themselves is a very selfish point of view. And is that something that I want to have? Not at all. Like, I genuinely, I couldn't want that less. And so I just like, I feel in a sense I feel free for the first time in my life, even though I don't like the winter that I'm in, and I feel trapped by this fucking winter. And there's a lot of problems going on in my interpersonal relationships at the moment, and there's a lot of change, and it's hard to just like see these things and be like, wow. Wow. I don't know, guys. I'm in like a weird headspace today. It's not weird, it's called I'm going through shit in my interpersonal relationship, so I'm being forced to think. And I'm watching this video called It Took Me 30 plus years to realize what I'll tell you in 10 minutes. The video is 12 minutes, by the way. I'm just joking. By Maggie McCormack. And I have this, like, part of me that's, like, I hear the things that she's talking about and I heavily relate to them. And so to hear somebody just talk about these things, like hating your body, and once you're in a relationship, you start to feel better, but then once you're in a relationship, you start to let yourself go. And that you have to go back through hating your body and not knowing. It's just like, you have to choose to love yourself. And when I was at my worst, when I didn't know how to choose anything in my life, it was just, it felt impossible. It felt like there was no way to ever achieve such a thing. There was no way to ever become better. Because I had tried so hard up until this moment. How could I try any harder? And it came to me to realize, it finally came to me, and I realized, like, it's confronting and doing the thing that scares you the most is what gives you freedom. No matter how much it devastates you, no matter how much control you lose, that is the freedom of being able to act on the things that terrify you. And the more that I've been getting older, the more that I push myself to do things that I'm terrified of. And I think I've been living my life and thinking that everybody does this, because everybody wants to be better, but not everybody does this. And I think if more people understood that freedom comes with confrontation of the things that you're scared of within reason, okay? Like, you don't want to destroy your life by confronting every single thing that's terrible. But, like, those deep, deep worries and sorrows of, like, I don't know, the only way I can put it is, like, having an eating disorder, that's not something that you can just fix and just be like, it's healed. Like, I chose to love my body, and that is why when I heard that advice when I was younger, I was like, what the fuck are you guys even talking about? Like, I don't understand how you could be even coming to that point of view, because I literally have a disease. And then it hit me of, like, I questioned myself every single day, why do I feel this way? And the rational part of me started to question, why do I actually feel this way? There's no rational part of me to be hating on myself the way that I was. And that was obviously after that I had lost the weight that I had gotten when I was binge eating, and so I already still had issues. So I got to my perceived goal and I was still miserable. Like, and it was just like, what is the point? And it's the fact that I couldn't confront the choice of what she just said, that you have to choose to love yourself. And it sounds insane, but, like, you have to reach the point of exhaustion that you genuinely cannot do anything else except go back in and choose yourself, because your pure existence is proof that I don't know. I'm gonna finish eating my taquitos, and then I'm gonna go watch probably Futurama or some shit. But I don't know, I need to share this because my brain was like, we're not free, nobody's free. And it's because we don't confront shit as a society. Like, capitalism. Good night. Actually, it's midday. It's 1:16 p.m. I need to take a shower. I need to do my laundry. I need to do my dishes. So, not everybody's perfect. Just remember that.